What's going on, guys? Jack here with the Hobby Lair. This week we are going to go through all of the Fallout Commander decks, all of the Fallout precons, open them up, and just chat a little bit about the Fallout set as well. There's a total of 4 precons in the set. This is the first one. We have Mutant Menace in black, green, and blue. So there's that, and this one is all about radiation counters. So as you know, in Fallout, it's a wasteland out there. And yeah, radiation is a big deal. So this one's all about spreading rad counters. All right, let's get this open and then we'll chat a little bit more about the set and this particular precon. All right, let's take a look one by one. So here are some rad counter trackers. And on the other side, we have all the +1, +1, and -1, -1 counters. I've often wished that this was a sticker. That would be absolutely awesome. You know, put it on the back of a phone or something, or on your laptop, but that's not. So if anyone is out there listening, it would be amazing if we can get some stickers going here. That would be really cool. Check out the box real quick. This is the standard paper box that comes in these. Yeah, it works. It's not really great though. We'll save this for last, but this is the collector sample booster pack. And then we have a, ooh, nice. So these Fallout ones actually have, in this example, the Wise Mothman. They're actually, ooh, and the font there is Fallout inspired. So I really like seeing these where they're not just the really generic ones. So that's a plus for the product. All right, the last thing here is the poster. Let's take a quick look. Playing the deck, Geiger counter, rad counters, yep. Player with rad counters mills that many cards on their turn. Then they lose life based on the number of non-land cards milled that way, and then they lose a rad counter. So you slowly lose rad counters over time. Lots of folks in this deck give out rad counters, and you're just milling your opponents to death. This is a little quick commander rules thing for anyone that's new to the game. And on the other side, we have the Mothman. And here it's, okay, so the Master Transcendent is the secondary commander here. Okay, cool. So that's a quick overview of who the main characters are inside of this particular precon. So let's open this thing up and talk a little bit more about what we're getting out of this. So this set ranges anywhere right now between $40 to $60 per deck. We were able to get all 4 of these for $160, so right at around $40 a piece, which I think is the good buy price for them. If they're higher at like $200, not really worth it, especially because the monetary values of these are maybe around $60. So right off the bat, you get your Wise Mothman for 1 a green, a black, and a blue. You get flying, and then whenever he ETBs or attacks, each player gets a rad counter, and then whenever 1 or more non-land cards are milled due to the rad counters, you put 1/1 counter on each of up to X target creatures, where X is the number of non-land cards milled this way. Alright, so this guy is the other foil in here, and he is the backup commander. So for the exact same mana cost, when he ETBs, a target player gets 2 rad counters. Okay, so this one's focusing on a target player and not everybody. And then you put a target creature in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control. So you're milling creatures and the master is putting them onto the battlefield under your control, but they're only 3/3 green mutants, but they still get their abilities. So that's kind of nice. So most of these other cards are focused, again, on rad counters. So we'll just go through these slowly. One cool thing about this deck is that there's also a decent amount of flyers. And in Commander, flying is actually very underrated. There are not a ton of folks that can deal with flyers, either with reach or whatnot. So flyers surprisingly do a lot. So here's one of the unique artifacts introduced in this set, the bobbleheads. The more you have, the better their effects, depending on the number of bobbleheads you control. And let's see what else. And they're also the serialized cards if you are to buy the collector boosters. Yeah, right now it's absolutely insane. The collector boosters are looking at $520 for a booster box of 12 on TCG Player, and that is absolute insanity. Ooh, that's a very interesting, nice little soul ring there. Very cool. The Beverageers. Yeah, so if you're really interested in this set and all the cool treatments, you're going to be spending a ton of cash to get the collector boosters. One positive thing though is that if you just buy all of the Commander precons, you actually get all of the mechanically unique cards in this set. The only reason to get the collect boosters are to get the crazy treatments that you might want. So this is one of the 2 cards in here that are worth more than $5. It's Rad Storm. You storm and you proliferate, so you get a ton of rad counters on folks. Yeah, and then this deck is worth right around between like 60, 65-ish, between $60 and $70 in card value. So if you're paying 60 bucks, it's not really worth it because you also have a ton of really, really low cost cards. Again, there's only 2 cards that are above $5. So this is definitely not a deck to get if you want value. This is definitely a deck to get if you either enjoy Fallout or if you're a collector of precons like myself and you treat it like a board game like I do. So that's the only other reason I'm trying to collect them all, and then usually I do like to play them against each other. This is the other card that's worth a little bit more than $5. Great card in Commander. Whenever a non-token creature ETBs under your control, if it doesn't have the same name, which if you have a Commander deck, most likely you're having unique creatures come out. So if you have a creature heavy deck, you get to draw a ton of cards with Guardian Project. Right. This is a fun one. Casualties of War. Get to do a lot of destroying of target things, so not nearly as good as board wipes in white. And then you get some pretty meh lands, nothing crazy. Definitely could do better on the lands. Get nesting grounds. Very cool art though. I do enjoy the art on these. I don't know if I actually enjoy the Pip-Boy treatment from the collector packs, but I do like some of the art on these more relatively normal cards. I'll say this is one of the least popular precon sets. When I go out to my Commander nights, very few people are actually playing these. So yeah, usually when a new precon comes out, there's a lot of people playing the new precon, and that's just simply not the case with this. I do like the fact that you get all full art lands. That is one of the absolute coolest things that they do with this precon, and I wish they did it a little bit more with other precons as well. And then we get to the end here. So this is the foil etched Commander. That's the thick boy. And then let's check out the tokens. We have an alien clue, zombie mutant, copy. Guess there's a lot of copies. Alien clue, mutant clue. All right, so not too much going on. One cool thing is you get 4 of these radiation trackers. So you can give 1 to each player, and it tells you exactly what you have to do beginning of your pre-combat. Rad counters mill that many cards, and then you lose life and a rad counter for each card milled this way. So you would go ahead and hand those out to everyone. It's definitely a unique mechanic. I think there needs to be a little bit more support for the mechanic for this to be a really, really good deck though, but it's definitely a start. All right, so let's put that to the side and see what we can get in our collector booster sample pack. All right. Hey, and we got a Piper Wright Public Reporter. Cool. And it's in this borderless extended art treatment. It's all about investigation and a Mantle of the Ancients. So 2 nice little rares here, both in the extended art treatment. Again, we're gonna do one of these every day for the rest of the week just to show off and unbox all of these and selfishly so that I can put all of these into my own precon collection. All right, so if you guys enjoyed that, feel free to subscribe to this channel, like, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys with the next deck tomorrow. Peace.